Hi everyone, this is Mrs. LaRue and I want to show you today how to export citations directly from our databases into NoodleTools. If you ever have issues with this, please come see me in the library. I'm happy to help you anytime. So to get started, the video on how to use NoodleTools in the first place will be linked in the description for this video. If you're still unsure with how to use it, this video is going to focus mostly on databases. So I already have, I'm logged into NoodleTools here. I have 3 projects that are going and I want to add some database citations to this project here. And remember, when you create a project in NoodleTools, you are doing a new project for each paper, each presentation, each project you're doing for class would have its own list of sources. So I'm going to open the project I started today. I have 1 article in there already, but I want to add some articles I found on a database. So I'm going to go to the Mountain Range page, and to find the databases, go to Learning Resources and Library, and then Library Links. Now, if you scroll down to where the heading says Databases and Research, we have a number of databases at Mountain Range you can choose from. We have EBSCO databases, and also we have Gale databases and Worldbook as well. But Gale and EBSCO both export directly to NoodleTools. So I want to start with EBSCO, and I'm going to pull something from the, both of these databases have one that is primarily focused on controversial topics or topics in the news, where it shows both sides of the topics. And so I'm going to start with those today. So this one is EBSCO's Points of View. And if you know what you're searching already, you can search here. If you're not sure what you want to research, you can browse topics here at the bottom. Let me just pick something. I'm going to go under Citizenship, Civics, and Government, and I will just choose something on Supreme Court expansion that's been in the news lately. And so in this database, you can see there is an overview of the topic and it gives you definitions and things like that. But they also have the point and the counterpoint here. So if I want to cite this overview of this topic, over here on the right, there is a cite button. So you would click cite. And then it says here to export to a bibliographic management software, and NoodleTools is not mentioned here, but that's what that is. So I'm going to click that, choose direct export to NoodleTools and click save. And then it will do this in another window for me. It will link to NoodleTools. Make sure you're using the correct project. And remember, I'm using the one that has today's date because today is September 28th. And I want to click import references. You can check and make sure this is correct for you. But I'm just going to leave it as it is and click import references. And then I can close that page. And if I go back to NoodleTools and refresh this page, I should have 2 citations. Now, if you want to use one of the points or counterpoints on this database, for some reason, it doesn't have the export button there, which is really frustrating. So you kind of have to play around with this a little bit to get it. If you hit the PDF full text, I think it will give me that option. Maybe. Let me hide this. No, let me try HTML full text. Sorry, this one's a little strange the way it works. Oh, sorry, I just had to make it bigger. There it is. I should have seen this earlier. So just click Cite just like before. Choose export and then your NoodleTools option. So that is how it works with EBSCO, but let me show you how it works with Gale. So I'm going to go back to the library database here, and this time I'll choose the Gale opposing viewpoints, which is very similar to the EBSCO database that I just showed you, where it's arguing 2 sides of the story. Now, I do need to sign into this, and if you were off campus, I will show you at the end how to find those passwords. But the password is Mustangs for this one, and EBSCO it is Mustangs 21-22, I think. I will show you where to find those at the end of the video. Just like before, you can search in Gale, or you can scroll through and pick based on the topics. I think I'll go to health and medicine this time, and maybe choose something on, I'll just choose something on the opioid crisis. So again, just like before, this gives you an overview. You can click read more and cite from here. If you choose to use this article, you click the cite button. NoodleTools is listed right here. Just like with the other one, make sure you're in the correct project and click import, and then you're finished. If you are using in Gale, let me go back one to the overview. Besides that overview in Gale and any of the databases, not just this opposing viewpoints, they do give you multiple other ways to research. They have infographics and audio and news articles, so magazine articles. So if you do that, just like with the others, you would choose your topic, find one you want to use. You can limit it by different things here, like the date. If you just want to get something in the past year or the past month, you can do that. But just like before, if you find something that you wanted to use, you would find that article, click Cite, click NoodleTools. Oh, let me check one thing. Yeah, make sure it's on MLA if that's what you're using. And then click NoodleTools, choose the project, click import, and then you can close. Now, if I go back to NoodleTools now and refresh, I should have at least 4 or 5 topics, I think. And what's really cool with this, you see all these blue links here. That means they have a live web page. If they're blue like that, all of these will take you back to the original website and article you were using without having to search for it. Now, if by chance you happen to be using WorldBook for research, let me show you how that works. So you can search here. And then you can find more information. And again, WorldBook is more of an encyclopedia versus a database. So this is a good place to get just basic information about a topic. This does not have a export option like the other ones do, but they do have the citations listed within the article, or by clicking citations, you would just find the MLA one, copy it, go back to NoodleTools, and I'm going to add a new source this time. This is from, I would still call it a database, even though it's just an encyclopedia. Click original content in database. And then there is a copy and paste a citation option here. So you would click that, come down to the box, Control V to paste it in. Does it let me do that? Okay. And then you can fill this stuff in if you'd like, but you already have that information there. If you need to add an annotation, you can add that here and then just click Save. So now I have multiple things here, including the database that I just added. When you have everything within your source list that you want to use, you would come up to the print option. By the way, you can also email this to yourself, but I want to go to the print export option and save it as a Google Doc. It will take just a second to save it. I'm not going to save any of these tags or color coding options here. I just want to export the works cited. So I click Submit, and it will create my works cited for me in the correct format with the correct font and spacing and font size and margins, and in alphabetical order. Now, if you are using the databases at home, speaking of databases, if you go back to the library website, scroll back to the top under library links, there is one link called MRHS Passwords. To see this, you do need to be logged into your Google account, but it will show you here how to get into Gale and WorldBook. Is MRHS1 for the username and Mustangs for the password. EBSCO expires every year. So you would change it to Mustangs 2122 for the password there. So again, if you have questions, please let me know. I'm happy to help you with NoodleTools at any time. And again, the original video on how to use NoodleTools and how to get logged in is linked in the description here. Thanks.